Hello and welcome to Galata Plus. In this episode, we're going to be talking about Abrid Shine's Mahaveeryar with Nivin Pauly and Asif in the cast. Now, first a word about this writer-director. Abrid Shine is an absolute original. His Poomaram about an intercollegiate art festival is one of the best Malayalam films of the recent crop, new gen or whatever they may be called. Action hero Biju was not your usual hero cop movie, and 1983 infused the sports drama with genuine poignancy. But none of these films come close to Mahaveeryar in terms of out-of-the-box imagination. No, let me rephrase that. The film is so out of the box that there is no box at all. Like Abrid Shine's other films, the template is traditional. This is a courtroom drama with cases and witnesses and a judge and so forth. But the writing makes all the difference. The Make of It What You Will story by M. Mukundan and the It May Help If You're High screenplay by Abrid Shine make all the difference. It all begins with the king, magnificently played by Lal. He roars like a lion. When we first see him though, he produces a much smaller sound. He's in his harem and he has a hiccup. And then another and another. As Chandru Selvaraj's camera tracks back, we see many semi-clad women around. They are asleep and littered like discarded clothes. They are things. The king, after all, has over 2,000 wives. All of them are things. But back to the hiccup. It leads to a recurring problem. The king drinks water to stop hiccuping. The water makes him urinate. Then another hiccup, more water, another bout of urination. How is a man supposed to rule a goddamn country if he cannot step out of his royal bathroom? The premise is bizarre in the best way. Asif Ali plays the kingdom's chief minister, Veerabhadran. It is a deceptive performance. He is a man loyal to the king, but as we will discover, he is more loyal to himself. He is entrusted with the task of procuring something that will stop the king's problem. So far, Mahaveeryar plays like a fairy tale for grown-ups. Let's call it adult Chitrakatha. And then Nivin Pauly, in a sly and yet serious performance, appears as a god-man named Apurnananda. Note the name, it suggests a lack of completeness, Apurna. And his nomadic life is a quest for the joy, that is Ananda, of completion, which is why he keeps traveling, sometimes to the past, sometimes to the future. In his first big scene under a big and wise tree, he exists in the present day. What? A courtroom drama that spans both a kingdom from the 18th century and the new millennium? Yes, at first the judge, played by a superb Siddiq in the film's best written role, he looks into a very funny alimony case that becomes a running gag. The next case is that of Swami Apurnananda, who is accused of stealing something. These transitions are a little flat, the rhythms of the staging are a little off, but if you are in the dopey state of mind, as the writers clearly were, and I'm only half joking, I don't think you'll mind at all, because the next case is that of the hiccuping king, and no one bats an eyelid. They treat it like the most natural thing on earth, that a king is on trial in the present day. Not one scene can be predicted, and except for a few dialogue scenes that state what we have already seen, not one setup is boring. The innovation isn't always sustained, but when Mahaveeryar is not being bizarre or funny, look out for the scene where the judge attempts to make someone weep. Or when it is referring to the Arthashastra, it is wonderfully philosophical. The judge at first is a sweet and gentle man committed to justice. But later, in order to please a powerful man, he becomes a raving tyrant. Or take the scenes that show that pain cannot produce emotion, but kindness can. Or take the courtroom bits where yet another woman is treated like yet another thing to satisfy a man's wishes. It could be anything he wants, anything he needs. We see that nothing ever changes, that power always corrupts and power always wins. And all the while, time with a capital T simply passes by, observing everything, connecting the dots in order to make the Apurna complete. The courtroom scenes are shot beautifully with a lot of depth and variation, and Ishan Chabra's folksy music is lovely. But this is a start to finish writer's movie and possibly the strangest courtroom drama you have ever seen. I think it has the potential cult classic written all over it. You hear the big star names and you think it's about the roles they play, but it's really about dreams and hallucinations and at least one twist and at least one outrageously funny nod to the lacrimal gland. Everything is an illusion after all, and we just occupy our slots in time with a capital T, filled with a sense of our own importance, filled with dreams that we keep trying to make into an illusory reality. So that's it about Mahaveeryar. If you like this video, do subscribe to Galata Plus, and I'll see you soon at the movies.